Now, there is no doubt about it that by far the most anticipated Star Wars TV series on Disney Plus is indeed the Kenobi TV series. For two reasons. It's got Ewan McGregor and it's got Hayden Christensen. Not just that, it's also going to be considered a true sequel to Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Also, if you guys would like to, check me out at Mike01 on Twitter. Now, when we go ahead and examine everything that Disney and Lucasfilm are doing with the Star Wars universe, they themselves are very busy. I mean, let alone, really trying to level things out with the Gina Carano situation and giving both John and Dave promotions over at Lucasfilm, which really is a two thumbs up in this situation, is that they're also focused on making sure that some of the key Star Wars TV shows like Kenobi, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, and others out there are going to succeed without any major flaws, at least, to the point where it could create a backlash. That's basically their plan right now. They want to drag in tons of Star Wars Legends material. They want to satisfy the Star Wars fandom. They want to regain some of those lost fans that actually walked away ever since the sequel trilogy actually ended back in 2019. So they have a lot of work to do. But the 2020s as a decade is looking up for Star Wars. The beginning may have had a little bit of a rough start, and it may have had a little bit of a positive note with the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, but things are starting to shape up when it comes to Star Wars. Now, let's focus in on actor Hayden Christensen. We do know that he is involved with not just the Kenobi TV series, but also for the Ahsoka Tano show to reprise his role as Anakin's Force Ghost, as well as other TV shows out there that have yet to be announced, that will be announced this fall, specifically in November to early December. So look forward to that. So with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing has all to do with what Hayden had to say about the Kenobi TV series. Given that Kathleen Kennedy is actively working on Star Wars The Acolyte series, which by the way takes place in the High Republic era, it's best described that currently many changes are being made behind the scenes, all thanks to John and Dave gaining promotions over at Lucasfilm. Now, it's described, however, that in a recent interview with actor Hayden Christensen, Hayden was able to actually reveal some surprising and exciting aspects of the Kenobi series that is still on track to drop sometime in 2022. Now, at one point in time, Hayden went on to reveal that with the Kenobi series, which has been so very fun to be a part of, he says, the story is going to explore a side of Darth Vader that fans have never seen before in the old Legends stories or in the current canon. Now, Hayden goes on to reveal that he is very excited to have the fans that there will actually be a saga-wide implication in the Kenobi series that will make fans view the prequels and original trilogy in a different way when it comes to Vader and Kenobi's friendship, and that fans can even expect some surprising new Force powers and abilities in the Kenobi show. Now, Hayden also goes on to state that there will be some surprise fan-favorite characters to make big appearances in the show, and that Hayden makes it clear that these are important characters that have actually had such a big impact on the Star Wars franchise overall. Hayden goes on to reveal also that he and Ewan McGregor are dying to tell the fans of what's in store when it comes to how they will be fighting in the series, and that new revelations will be unveiled about Darth Vader's struggles with the Empire and the Emperor, and that there will be a surprise plot in the show that will actually reframe how fans also view the Vader and Luke connection. I just cannot wait for you guys to actually see it. We are working very hard right now and are very much looking forward to how it's going to perform. Now, when we look at what Hayden actually had to say about the Kenobi series, is that new Force abilities will be explored and new reframes are going to be pretty much introduced when it comes to Darth Vader's life, Vader and Kenobi's friendship, as well as the Vader and Luke connection. What does this really mean? Well, this almost translates to retcons, and we've talked about retcons before in the past. I've been a little bit of a mix on this. I haven't always been a fan of retcons, to say the least, but I like retcons that actually add a more positive side to the story, right? As long as it's not going to create a negative impact on the prequels and or the original trilogy, I am perfectly fine and okay with these particular changes or revelations, if you will. Now, Hayden wanted to make it clear that there is going to be a saga-wide implication in the Kenobi TV series. Now, this sounds all too similar. We've heard this before with The Rise of Skywalker, right? How it's going to have saga-wide implications, and one major implication in The Rise of Skywalker was, of course, Palpatine coming back and using that essence transfer technique and becoming a clone, and that basically was the saga-wide implication in The Rise of Skywalker. It was. That was pretty much it. However, when it comes to the Kenobi series, they want to make sure that it's going to be something concrete in a positive sense. Something that is going to make a lot more sense to the fans, driven directly from Star Wars Legends, and really making sure that they're going to really bring things forward to the hardcore fans. I personally am very much pumped for this. I cannot wait to see how it's all going to unravel. Again, guys, like I say, a teaser trailer for the Kenobi series is set to debut alongside the release of the Book of Boba Fett. Get ready for a teaser either in November or December, right around when the Book of Boba Fett begins its marketing. So that's also another thing to look forward to later this year. Again, 2021, it's not just about the Book of Boba Fett and the Bad Batch, it's also about the marketing of some of the upcoming Star Wars TV shows that are being prepared for 2022 and 2023. I also want to point out that Hayden Christensen is working very hard with Ewan McGregor and pretty much just confirmed that there is indeed going to be a major fight sequence between the two characters. Ironically, if we look back at, the recreated scene that was all fan-made, by the way, of A New Hope, it almost seems like that Disney picked up on that and said, hey, that's a great idea, let's do it for the Kenobi show. Which some fans may dislike that because that low-key comes off as Disney, I guess, ripping off of the fan segment that was created. So, anyways, I digress. The thing that I really want to point out also is that Hayden is a passionate fan. He loves the Star Wars fandom. He actually loves that he was a part of the prequel trilogy. He even admitted a couple of weeks ago that he could have really done better when it came to episodes 2 and 3, and I respect that. But Hayden, there's no need to apologize. You did what you did. The scripts were given to you by George Lucas. They had flaws, and that's all there is to it. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding on the one. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.